We're in Angel Stadium for Anaheim 3 right now. February 12th is the event date. But we're already starting to work on the 2023 tracks. Myself and Dirt Wurx and some other members of our team are all putting our heads together, coming up with ideas that could work, couldn't work, looking at the different floor footprints that we could utilize. So it's actually a year-round process that's constantly evolving to come up with the best tracks that we can each individual season. Alex Gillespie from Dirt Wurx is very hands-on, does it old school with the blueprints and the light table to build them, and he'll put together quite a few different types of formats and layouts that we can look at, and then we'll narrow it down to one, and ultimately that's the one that's built on site.
My name is Alex Gillespie, and I'm the owner of Dirt Wurx USA. Whether if the dirt's already in the venue from a monster jam the week before, or whether we have to haul it all in. Tuesday, bring the dirt in and build. Wednesday would be our second build day. Thursday is our third. And then Friday is, track pretty much needs to be done because of press and just some minimal things we still have left to build. But Saturday is the race day. Sunday we load it out. Saturday night into Sunday, I should say. Monday's travel, and then it starts all over again.
We're running 16 events a year, so everybody has to work cohesively in order to pull this thing off. We have about 5 days between load in and load out to get the job done and have a great race. And so everybody kind of chips in and does a little bit of work. Everybody has their own unique perspective and job function that they need to do. But if somebody needs to hop in and help out this guy or do this, whatever it takes to get the job done is pretty much how we operate.
I know all the aspects, I guess, from throwing tough blocks to being a full-time operator. It's pretty cool being on the floor every day in all these different venues, having input on things we could tweak to make the track better, the design process from drawing a blueprint, working with Feld on what we think is going to work good, what's not going to work, where we need space on the floor for some structures, and everything that goes into it. It's super satisfying to see it all come together after a whole summer worth of planning and meetings. So I think being on the floor and working with AMA, doing track maintenances, following the schedule, and all the aspects that it takes to get this done, it's definitely, what's the word? It's very rewarding. Rider input is always greatly appreciated. Things they don't like, things they do like, whether if that's just personal preference for them to try to make their jobs easier and what they struggle with.
So after we kind of pick, ones that will work logistically, we'll throw it out to past riders, past champions, get some feedback from them. Ricky has helped in the past, Ryan Dungey, all of those guys, and they provide great feedback from a raceability standpoint.
A lot of riders just come in it with a level head and tell us what they think would be a good adjustment to make a lane have more options or better for racing, because they're also thinking about if they get a bad start and they need to work through the pack and how that could help them.
Press day is absolutely one of the most valuable times for us because we'll have them try sections that might be new or unique. They'll provide feedback to myself or Alex or the AMA, and we'll make those adjustments accordingly. But so everything that comes together is really a group effort. Everybody in the industry at one point or another is involved in building the racetrack.
So I think the formula that I've always thought would be good to follow as far as all the tracks every year is I think they all need to be unique. Some tracks need to have long whoops, some tracks should have 2 sets of whoops, some should just have 1 set. Rhythm lanes all need to be different, the layout needs to be different week in and week out, because at the end of the day, all these riders are so good. A rider that can master everything should be the champion. My 2 cents is if they were all similar, you would just start to see maybe more one rider be successful. So that's kind of what I try and follow.
So Alex and the Dirt Wurx crew are the artists of the dirt. Hands down, they're the best operators in the world. As a whole, we bring in between 5,000 and 7,000 yards, depends on the facility that we're in. Every stadium has a different floor that we go over. Some of them have concrete, specifically back east. Here in Angel Stadium, we're actually over the baseball turf. So we come in with a layer of visqueen plastic, plywood over top, a base, which is hard asphalt grindings, and then we build up from there.
So far it's been pretty good. We've been only on the West Coast. We haven't had any weather so far, so knock on wood, that's been great. I love the West Coast. coming from New York, where I live, out here, it's great to have the good weather and just have a change of scenery, you know. But next week, Minneapolis, going to be a different style track, so we'll see. Should be good.